Hello everyone. Kindly share this show because I really want this show to get to everyone, especially all Nigerian youth, every one of us. I want this message to get to every one of us, all my brothers and sisters in Nigeria. I want us to come together and look into this vividly. I am a stammerer, but I'll try as much as possible to find a better way to communicate so that we can all look into this matter deeply without being biased, without criticizing one another language or tribe, because Nigeria belongs to every one of us. So kindly share this show and let it get to everyone. Let it get to everyone. Hello ma, Madam Motunrayo Tijani Balogun. How are you doing, man? Kindly share this show. I want every one of us to come together and look into this matter very well. My first question is that why do we Africans always choose, I'm fine, man. Why do we Africans always choose old men to be our leaders? Why? Why do we always choose intelligence, smartness by age and not by capability or talent or strength? I hope we all know that age is just a number. Sometimes the young ones can be more intelligent than the older men that we assume that knows more. This is one of the problems we Africans, this is one of our problem, because we always assume smartness, intelligence have to do with age and gender. And this is where we are all getting it wrong. And this is where we Africans are going backward, because we still believe we can use our culture to rule the world, despite the fact that we all know that the world is moving forward. Back in the days, we Yorubas call sickle cell. We tag them with Abiku. And civilization came and we all realized that there are some blood, some genotype that cannot be mixed. But back then, they made our forefathers to believe that sickle cell is as a result of spiritual which is Abiku in short. They target with Abiku. But all thanks to civilization. At least we all know the difference between Abiku and sickle cell disease, So, can we all ask ourselves, why do we always choose old men, mostly old men, to be our leaders? Why? Is it because we all believe that the youth are not smart, the youth are daft, or what? Is that the reason why? Because if we can look around us, let us acknowledge what the youth are doing nowadays. Let us acknowledge what women are doing nowadays. Those who created Facebook that we are all using to communicate with one another now, I believe they are not old men walking with walking stick. They are not older men that they are cultured, or no. Those who invented Apple, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that we all use as a source of communication nowadays, these people are not old men at all. They are young people. So why do we still believe that in order to build Africa, that we need old men? Why? And when it comes to women, it's more like a no-go area for us. We have no office. I believe there was a time one of our presidents actually said, women, or his wife plays, is in the kitchen. They actually ridicule us to the point of kitchen. Who said it's only women? Please, am I communicating? Okay, guys. Why? Especially we Yorubas. Especially the Yorubas. We all know that Yorubas is one of the most respectable tribe in Africa. To the point whereby other tribes, other African countries will tag us with, they say we can greet someone till the person even die. Like, we'll say good morning, eka ro, good afternoon, eka son, eku kinikon. Like, Yorubas can actually greet. And we are born and raised to respect elders. But in my own definition of respect, everyone actually deserves respect, including young ones, including your slaves, including your own child, your children that you gave birth to. Everyone, every human actually deserves respect. Everyone deserves to be respected, not just elders at all. Not just elders at all. Are you getting my point? Not just elders. So, when we're talking about respecting people, respect is meant to be returned. That's the reason why they say respect is reciprocal. If I respect you, you respect me back. And being a country leader does not make you different from the slave in that country. Every one of us have equal rights. Every one of us have equal rights. And can I ask you one or two questions? Our so-called leaders, do they really respect us? Do they really respect us? Do they respect you and I? Do they even respect our rights as a human? No. Because they don't care about you and I. They don't care about your future. They don't care about my future. They don't care whatever, because they don't care about your future. They don't care about mine. Do they? No. And those who has explored the world, those who has traveled around, will never be happy with what our leaders are doing to us. Because tell me which country actually love and respect Nigerians. The Western world, they are only respecting us based on the laws and the constitution of their own land, which is human rights. That is the only thing. Because it has gotten to the point whereby we Nigerians actually accept all kind of names the whole world tag us. Even sometimes we name ourselves more than other continents or other countries. We are all bashing Tenny. We are bashing Tenny. Bashing her for what? What has she done? To the point whereby we are making comparison between Tenny and Attorney Joshua, and there's this other lady. Sorry, maybe Tolu or Tayo. I forgot her name. We are making comparison. We are comparing. We are not the same. So let us split this whole thing into 3 parts. Maybe we can get something out of it. It could be that like so many bloggers, so many commenters said the award was not meant for Tenny, but it was meant for a late dad. Accepted. So do you know what Tenny is going through? We're talking about Tenny's late father. And we all heard that this man died when Tenny was 3 years old. If truly the award was meant for the late Akpata, Chief Akpata, and it was not there. So let's assume you are to represent your dad, to accept award for your late parents. Especially those who died protecting Nigeria. Those who died, who lost their life protecting Nigeria. And the same Nigeria is still as miserable as it is at the moment. This same country, this our Nigeria. Just imagine those who lost their life protecting it. Until date, nothing has changed. Things are getting worse every day. And if you are to represent one of these people, what will be your reaction? Will you be jumping up and down and say, yes, I'm receiving an award? Or you're going to go there with heavy heart? If I were to be if you were to be in Tenny's shoe, will you be there smiling with everyone that your late father died for the same country that we are all complaining about now? I believe the man died for better Nigeria. But is Nigeria better now? The same, it go better that we've been saying all these years. As Nigeria gets better, you and I should answer that question. So before we bash Tenny, we should also look at things from that angle. Definitely, it will trigger some emotion. It will trigger some reaction. It will trigger so many things. So we are not to blame Tenny at all. That is one part. The second part is that any Nigerian who has explored other world, who has traveled to other continents, who has traveled to other countries, and those who has been ridiculed or categorized in the same basket of wickedness or crimes of our leaders, there is no way you will be happy. Let me give us an example. Ethiopia. Have you heard what happened to one of our Nigeria brother, an Igbo guy, that was killed on spot by the Ethiopian police? That is number one. South Africa. How do they treat Nigerians? How are they treating Nigerians? Another country that we Nigerians see them to be our sister, which is very close to Nigeria, Ghana. Ghana. You can search all these things I'm telling you. Search for it on Google. 2 Nigerian men were imprisoned in Ghana for petty theft. They stole phones and they were imprisoned for 20 years. Another Nigerian was killed on the spot in Malaysia. What has your government? What has our government? What do they have to say to that? Only one woman stood for us, which is Abike Dabiri. All our ambassadors in all these countries I mentioned, a lot of them will even walk by you. They will pass you as if you are nothing, even if you are being irritated or assaulted by this country's police. Nigerians are not treated with respect in other countries. At least, whatever, see, even if you are a witch, you are a wizard, you are a thief, you are whatever, even the notorious armed robber, highest assassin in the whole world, the only thing he have with him is his right as a human, his dignity. Because every human deserves respect. Even those in prison. This is where we are getting it all wrong. The fact that someone made a mistake, the fact that someone is a criminal doesn't mean they should be treated like an animal. No. They deserve their respect as a human. They deserve to be respected as a human. So when Nigerians are being humiliated, disgraced in other continents, in other countries, our so-called leaders, do they talk about it? Do they stand? At least I have, like when the xenophobia was going on in South Africa. Look at the action Goodluck Jonathan took then. Look at his action to stop the xenophobia. Look at his action. But even today, if you hear that Nigerians in South Korea, in India, are all killed, oh, what am I saying? It has happened before in China, where all Nigerians has been evacuated from their hotel rooms and even in their apartments. What has our leaders done to, did they do anything? So they don't respect you. They don't even respect your right as a human. They don't respect our rights as a human. I personally, I am sad. I am bitter towards our government. But you and I are to be blamed. Because the government can actually manipulate us anytime. Imagine Nigerians fighting for Buhari. Imagine Nigerians fighting for Buhari. Buhari, yes, he deserves respect for his age. He's an elderly man, so he deserves to be respected for that reason. I said for that reason only, but not because he's a president. Buhari deserves no respect for being Nigerian president at all. And EndSARS, Mr. President, were you able to get to the bottom of those who were killed? The massacre that happened at Lekki Toll Gate in 2020, Mr. President, tell me, did you act like a president? Did you even address the general public? At least we should all have little conscience. So if these people have their own people in our midst, so they believe they can manipulate us left and right whenever we want. But you and I, can't we think deeply and understand that these people are trying to know how intelligent we are? Can't you get it? Can't you get it? They are trying to manipulate us again. I am so ashamed that Nigerians can still fight for Buhari at this point of our life. Still fighting for Boo Boo. As a human, he deserves to be respected. So why are we not straightforward? Why do we easily get twisted or easily be manipulated, or they can easily turn us around? Don't you have your own mind? Is your conscience for sale? How much is the worth of your conscience? How much is it? Because whatever we are doing now, we youth, we are suffering for it. And the next generation will still pay the price. So if there is any youth out there joining hand to criticize Tenny, just know that you are criticizing yourself. You are belittling yourself. And you are telling them that you don't have mind of your own. At this point, we Nigerian youth should reason and behave like a soldier, like an army. Strong will. Not today, we are fighting for this person. If you want to fight for anyone in Nigeria, let it be for someone who respects you and I. Someone who will always stand for you and I. Someone who will never criticize your age and your gender. Not those who will say there is no space for the youth in Aso Rock. Not those who will never answer to your cry when you are being assaulted, when you are being assaulted in another man's land. Not those who will ignore you. Not those who will make other country to use you and even kill you because they feel like no matter what they do to you, your government will do nothing. Is that the people you and I we are fighting for? Is that the people we are fighting for? I'm against violence. I'm not supporting violence, but guys, some other Nigerian youth, especially those who were affected by Lekki Phase 1 massacre. If your brother or sister or your friend were to be one of those who were murdered at Lekki Phase 1 gate, and you have the opportunity to go closer to President Buhari, I'm not supporting violence, but we are all human. We have emotions. Some will use his agbada to design it. Yes. Yes. Or if you were to be among those who was jailed in another land, and your ambassador did nothing. You see, those who are criticizing Tenny are mostly those at home who are still enjoying that ill treatment. Your birthright was sold by these people, and they are still selling your birthright. And yet, you can come on social media to fight for them. So, Tenny, you don't need to shake. Don't be panic. I want you to understand this. When you are doing something good, something right, people will never support you. Only few people will understand you. And I stand with you, Tenny. Don't care about the numbers. Don't care about those who are bullying you. Don't care about those who are criticizing you. Be strong. That is what a serious Nigerian youth, that is what you're supposed to do. Mr. Macaroni, he was one of those who I also respect so much. I respected him so much. Because if Mr. Macaroni were to be in Tenny's shoe, I believe he would do the same thing. Guys, don't forget, there was a time Mr. Macaroni was invited. Did he honor the invitation? No. No. So we don't know the reason why Tenny have to be there in person to receive the award. But we can't tell her how to react. We can't tell her how to show her pain. If you like, you can go to Aso Rock and say, Rankadede Baba. If you like, go to Aso Rock and say Buhari, say Baba, Rankadede Baba, Rankadede Baba. That is your business. For those of us who will never say Rankadede to Buhari, leave us in our own space. Biko, leave us in our own space. Matago. Leave us in our own space. Those of us that will never see Buhari and kiss his foot, leave us, Biko, because I am in deep agony because of what Nigerians are facing up and down. I am in deep pain. Now that we are back home, we are in Nigeria. We are back to Nigeria. And that is because home is home. We love our home. So if we have explored other continents, other countries, and we decided that no, your home, our home is our home, my home is my home, and we are trying to fight for our rights, don't coach us how to go about it. Especially all these old religious people in Nigeria. Please leave us. We are fighting for our own future. Biko, Biko Kwanu. We are only fighting for our own future. So Nigeria youth, wake up. Wake up. Let us come together and fight for our rights. Because they already put us in one basket that Nigerian youth are lazy. That was the same man that said Nigerian youth are lazy. Are you lazy? Me, I am not lazy. Do you know my name? Bobolowo. I will not steal. I will not doko. I will not do bruku. I will not do any bad. But you know my name is Bobolowo. So imagine being tagged. Being tagged with criminal. Being tagged with so many names, all because you are in Nigeria. You see, so many times, I decided not to even travel with my blue passport. I always like to go with, sometimes like, it got to one point I was like, no, I have to start using my green passport because I am in Nigeria and I'm proud of it. Using blue passport means you are trying to escape what other Nigerians are facing. So the fact that you are privileged to have either blue passport or red passport or whatever passport you're holding, The fact that you're privileged to have it. How about those who are not privileged to have these passports? So this is where we all need to come together and fight for our land. Because all this country we are all running to, it will get to one point. We all know what will happen. So, in my opinion, Kenny, thumb up. You've done well. Because other people will use his agbada to design him. Some people will use his agbada to design him. Say, this opportunity, Mr. President, is this you, Mr. Bubu? Is this you? Respecting you as an elderly man is another thing, but an elderly man that doesn't care about people's future, that publicly call us lazy. This man sold us out. President Buhari, you sold us out. You sold us out. You labeled us as lazy youth from your own mouth. Are we lazy? We are not lazy. I don't know about your own keto, but Nigerian youth are not lazy, Mr. President. We are not. We are strong-willed and hard-working people. But you went on your own, I don't know. You labeled us lazy youth globally. And that's the reason why other countries, they will never respect us. The moment they see you as an idle person. You are not working. You are lazy. And let's say you are driving one global car. You are better than your mate. You are living well a little bit. They will tag you with criminal. Agenekwa. They will tag you with criminal. All because of what this same boo-boo. You did this to us, Mr. President. You did this to us. You did this to us. Imagine Nigeria embassy in Ghana. Ghana lele onwo by a single man. Mr. Bubu, were you able to do anything? Were you able to do anything? So is that the man you guys are expecting Tenny to go? Wait, I don't even understand what you guys are expecting. Are you expecting Tenny to go there and be like, Eka Rosa, Eka Asonsa, Eku Role, Eku Ru, Oyin, Kojo? Wake up, my fellow Nigerians. Especially we the youth too, because we are the future. Wake up. Wake up. This is becoming unbearable. It is becoming unbearable. And you all need to be very, very careful, because they have people in our midst who can also throw some little things to manipulate our mind. So before you talk, before you do things, think deeply. Don't be carried away with your culture, your religion, or whatever. Because trust me, guys, the main problem we are having in Nigeria is culture and religion. If not, how do you think it's only older men that can rule Nigeria? Women, our place is in the kitchen. And youth, there's nothing they can do. Let us come together and fight for our rights. So you guys should stop using Tenny as whatever, as your point of, if you need where to pour your frustration, your anger, divert it to your leaders, because you don't know how to set your priorities straight. Know what you want, know what you need to do. If you are hungry, divert your divert your hand back to your leaders. Any leader that does not care about the citizen, is that one a leader? Any leader that do not care about Nigerian youth, about his country youth, that doesn't care about the oath is sworn in, does that one deserve to be respected? Mbano. Respect iko. Betiku ni. Respect iko. Betiku ni. Until we all keep this religion and this tribalistic culture shit aside, Nigeria, Africa will never grow. We will still be going back to 12 BC. I'll be 19 BC. We'll keep going back to that era until we learn how to follow this. So guys, I have to go. I'll be back again. Respect equal. What a cool.